All right, so I think we can start. So, good morning, everyone, and Relax Career Week. It's nice to have you all here, and then it's safe to say that others will join while the call is on. So, for those of you who don't know me or haven't met me yet, my name is Chidibere Machku, and I am the lead for the Google Developers Network. And you're welcome to the Career Week once again. So, this event is like a 4 day event to give you like insight on everything that has to do with like career with regards to tech. So how to grow your career, happens with resumes, landing jobs, freelancing, and things like that. So this is the first of four these events, and this event from now. Then tomorrow there will be a break on Sunday, and then we have another one on Monday, and then on Tuesday. So it's going to be ending on the 21st, which is on Tuesday. Okay, so for today's event, we'll be addressing career growth as student developers. So, an insight on what that means is that student developers basically refers to the community members. So, like student developers are students who are developers, and like career growth as developers featuring talk from one of our speakers, which is Anthony Akpan, and then we'll be having a panel session right after the insights on how you can pass and still work professionally as students. So without further time, I would like to first speaker, which is Tony Akpan, to come and give us his session. It's Anthony. Yeah, he's Anthony.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can start with your presentation once you're ready.
All right. Give me like 3 minutes. I want to quickly round up something. Alright, guys, good morning. I will be sharing my screen now. Sorry about my voice. I kind of have some throat. Must be clear. So here we go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
So I'm coming to the screen.
Your voice, though, it can be a bit louder.
My is just kind of not extreme. Like this is the loudest I can go. But I'll try to speak like a little bit louder. So I am Anthony Akman, a front-end developer, most slides. Please talk about um, going back to the slide, career growth for student developers. So basically, this talk I would just be going through various steps on how to grow your career as a student developer, right? And we just talk about that for those trying to get their first job, you guys should listen to this talk. For those looking to switch to like a better paying job, probably have your first job, probably is an unpaid internship or it's paying you like 10K monthly or 5K stipend, so you want to switch to another job, then most likely should listen to this talk. For those having problem balancing their school and work life, they should put like they would listen to this job. What did I number three? I don't think I should be giving a talk on it, but anyways, you would be able to learn something. At least there's a little bit of something for everybody. As long as you're a student and you're a developer, or you write code, then you don't developer, you write code in general. Like there's a little bit of something for everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to like adjust my voice. I keep talking in like deep notes. Right, um so I'll just go straight into it. So before we move on, there's this important question because this talk is actually very short. Actually really very short. So should I start working as a developer while still in school? This is like a very, very important question. You should ask yourself before considering coming for those that want to their first job as the students. Do I start working as a developer while still in school? And my answer to this, and like the answer to many others, is it depends. Depends on quite a number of things, right? Um, do you have to do you have to work? Like, do you need to work for? Probably you need the money. You need to work because you will soon graduate and do the experience. You need for various reasons. It depends. If you really do not need to work as a software developer, like I would advise you focus more on your studies because no matter you want to look at it working while in school, it would surely affect your studies. If you're someone that cares more, probably on the first class or something, yeah, and then you most likely want to focus more on your academics. And everything is going well. You do not need money, you want to graduate and stuff like that. You should most likely focus on your studies. Can you cope? You can probably you've ticked off you have to, and you've ticked off why you have to. Then can you cope? Because various people have various ways of coping, right? Some people can work under pressure, can work multiple jobs, can work like 5 jobs and still combine everything with school and extracurricular activities. Some people can't. Some people, if they're under pressure like a little bit, they most likely would crack very easily. So ask yourself, can you cope? You know yourself best. And it is would help you determine a lot of things that can. And are you disciplined enough? Last part there is, are you disciplined enough? Because to work as a software and a student developer, why in school you need to be disciplined. You can't be doing everything your classmates are doing and still be working and still be maintaining your studies. It's going to affect, like, there's going to be an imbalance. You need to be disciplined, set a timetable, stick to the timetable, do what you have to do when you have to do it. So ask yourself this, and if you can answer positively for all, then you can go ahead. Then, okay, how to get your first job as a student developer? Um, Funny, this is the question I get a lot asked about a lot because there's this assumption, which is actually true, that software engineering, there are jobs everywhere, there are jobs everywhere. There are jobs everywhere. Every day we have so statistics everywhere, right? Just mentioning various jobs in different places. Then you write code, you learn, you attend like tutorials, you watch videos, and how you okay does, and you're wondering why am I not seeing any job? What is going on? Why? Or you probably want to switch. Oh, you have been writing amount now you want to switch to an higher paying job. But again, you're not seeing any job. You're wondering what's going on. When you're 3K doors, you write your functions, you understand like the basics. So you're expecting the 4K doors, but nothing is coming. Well, you probably this check your skills. Because most of the time I get a lot of people come to my DM, especially JavaScript because that's the language I write. The JavaScript students, and they're like they want to they want to get, like, they are looking for a job, and I just ask them random because okay, I've interviewed people, like various people from like places I work to just random interviews, like candidates for job application, and I've also attended a lot of job interviews. So I just asked them some basic questions about basic things, and you get a lot of very worrying answers. Meaning you understand the concepts, you can use it, but you do not really grasp the concept very well. Would most likely score you a very low score. These are things I tell people like they should take note of, because you might be wondering why, but you don't know. You are most likely because you are not skilled enough for the position you're applying for. Secondly, work on products. Work on product is something I tell a lot of people every time that they should work on product. Like I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, but I already have projects. I already have projects." I want to be clear. Can you guys hear me clearly before I continue?
No.
Can you?
I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I get I've worked on projects. I have a lot of projects, and I've done this and that, and then I look at the projects they've worked on it. And well, there are things like calculator, to do apps, and some very basic projects. Nobody wants to hire someone. With interns, probably it will be okay for interns, but like when you go out there, you might be applying for a job. 10 other people might be applying for that same job. And I doubt all of them would have the same calculators. They would hire someone that would build products and projects. And the difference between products and projects is the users. When you're building a calculator, when you're building a to-do app, your to-do app calculator can easily turn into can easily be converted from a project to a product very easily. When you're building a project, you're just improving your skills, just learning. You're not really thinking about certain factors. When you're building for somebody else to use. So if let's say I take a to do app, now I convert it into a product. I start thinking about users, the amount of users. So I start adding things like auth to the to-do app, so they don't have to sign in, so that each user can have their own separate database and keep their own separate to-do. Start thinking about connectivity, start thinking about a lot of things. And as you keep on working on your to-do app and keep on making it better, you migrate it from a project to a product. And when you show this to-do app, so I know that you're even though everybody has like the same to do app stand out as per now you can. This can be I'm thinking the sense of users, and that's what most companies are doing. Like, it is developers skilled enough to build for the next 10 billion users at this stage. Then, secondly, like thirdly, like, be shameless about it, push yourself out there. And this is another thing I don't see a lot of people do, especially looking for jobs. And don't be so quiet about it. Like you go to a tech event, you would just sit down and listen to the talk. You'd see people, probably recruiters, you'd see CEOs, and you would just apply it. Indeed, has this thing that in which they allow you to message the people that advertise a job, right? Because most of the time you need to go like put in extra effort. You need to go in. Can't go. Sorry about that.
Crewmate.
Um,
Hi, crewmate. Can you hear me?
I yes I can.
I don't know. Are you using an headset? So because we can't hear you clearly.
My voice is bad. It is better. Can you hear me better now?
We can hear you actually, but like it's not clear.
Yeah.
As some of like bars or so.
So
Boss, I think it's your network. I can hear Anthony perfectly.
nice. I think, and it's also my voice network voice and a lot of other things. I would try and speak as loud as I can with this voice. So, as I think move to the third point, be shameless about it. Put yourself out there, advertise yourself, sell yourself. You see a job advert, you see a friend of a friend advertising a job. Go and meet the friend, get the contact, tell the person, make them enter the DM, tell them I am so, I'm a front-end developer. Have a portfolio site. Even if you do not have a portfolio site, have something you can showcase. So when they ask who are you, just send them a link and let the link be impressive. Let them see this and be like, wow, this is nice, this is nice. That's what you want. Even if they were not consulting you before or did not have an opening, they would always remember you in their head. You want to leave a lasting impression on your future recruiters, your future interviewers, on people you meet, right? And you want them to remember, oh, so when there's a job opening, they would automatically remember, yes, um, I saw so, and he showed me so. I think it will be good for this job. That's what you want them to think about when they think about you. Shall second, if you've tried like 1 to 3 and you still not gotten a job, then you should try looking into probably you just need more experience, right? So you can try unpaid work or relatively very low paying job. I know a lot of people that started like that, especially for me. When I got my first job, it was like 60K. It was actually very low for the things I was doing. But I still took it. Take low paying jobs, right? And work till you get to a level where you're actually 2 months, 3 months is enough. Then you can ask for payment. At least for the first 3 months, you can work being unpaid. Then when it's your value in the company, they would actually start to cherish you and they almost like start paying you. If they don't, you can move on to other jobs. But now that you have at least experienced in the company, you have a better chance, way better chance at getting that job. And last but not least is do not give up. I can't overemphasize not giving up because I see a lot of people that try and things are not going well, they just give up. Like just give up, which is very bad. because they might have been so close to getting the job, so close to landing the gig, so close to making their first cash from tech, and they just give up because things were not looking right. So keep on trying, just keep on trying. Do not give up, be persistent, be disciplined. Surely you would most likely get the job. So do's and don'ts, right? Do's, starting with the do's are the ones by the left hand side. What is it processing? Learning you have not seen the language correctly. I do not advocate for learning so many at once. So learn the new concepts, learn the new framework concerning the language, learn something new every day. Keep on practicing. Because if you like it or not, the same way they say in school that if you do not practice maths, you would forget. Same way with programming, same way with everything. If you do not practice, you most likely lose your edge. And you forget. And when you go for an interview and you actually do something like sort an array very quickly, just because you haven't practiced in a long time, you start wondering, how do I sort an array? Which you do not want. You don't want to be in that situation. I've been in that situation and I'm like, they told me to sort an array and I was like literally using comparing the array like one by one in JavaScript. When I could just have used dot sort, like JavaScript has a dot sort method, and I was like, what the fuck? Laughed at that and I realized that I should have done that method. Um, Secondly, remember you're a student, so you need to create time for your studies, right? You also have a reading timetable. If you are not the timetable type, just read. I know I should not be the one to be saying this because guys around me are literally laughing. But just as I say a lot that I do, you have to read if you want to survive, especially in school, universities and all. Lecturers do not expect you to be working and they do not really care if you're working, so they'll give you assignment, they expect you to attend classes and stuff. But you might skip certain things, you still have to read and get ready. Because I don't know if you're sending yourself to school or your parents are sending yourself or your parents are sending you to school or whichever way you're going to school, you are spending money and you have to be accountable for that money you are spending. You have to remember that. Put your workouts there. This point is very similar to um, okay. This point is very similar to not being shameless about being shameless. Put your work out there. Let them know what you're doing. Create projects. Share the project on the group after creating them. I already see a lot of you guys doing that. Sharing the project on the group and stuff. Use job services like Indeed, Classhouse. There are a lot of job services for framework specific for remote jobs. Subscribe to their newsletter so that you get emailed new jobs. I have like a lot of subscription on Indeed, and I think that's how I got one of my first jobs using Indeed. Do what you love because eventually it's program will get like very stressful, especially if you're a student. And that love is going to like take you very, very far. And don't overprice yourself. Sorry. Don't overprice yourself. I see a lot of beginners asking for 400k and they do not have the skills for 400k, which is actually very, very it's a bad thing to do. You get that skill and then actually just air your life. You do not overwork yourself. Give yourself this time. You need to rest. You have school, you have programming, you have to rest. If not, you would fall ill and you don't want that to happen. And also, this don't like is going to be like a separate talk because it's actually very long. So do not lie what you can. Do not be too open. Do not go about entering an interview and shouting you're a student or doing very, very things. My time is already up, so I'll quickly round up. Things to note. It's not going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but this statement is very, very true. Life is hard. Working and harder. So you have to take notes. You have to be resilient. You have to be determined. Expect tears. Obviously, there are going to be a lot of tears along the way. When you miss tests, you go and cry. It's going to be worth it because by the time you will not be ahead of your peers, now you have a skill. You most likely will get a job and be earning more money at least. So focus than your peers, at least average peers, and have fun. Have fun. Do not be so engrossed in your work and be angry and frustrated that everybody start transferring anger and everything to that people. Just make sure you have fun in whatever you're doing, especially programming your studies. Be happy. That's it. That's the end of my talk for today. My time is already up. Thank you guys. Sorry for the bad voice. Did not expect this.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anthony. That was a very, very nice talk. I personally learned a lot. Thank you once again. So, if you have questions for Anthony, you can please drop them in the chat, and I can take like two, three questions before we move over to the next session.
Okay, I'll be sharing the slides in the chat, and I'll also be sharing it with Chidi soon. If you need the slides, just message Chidi or whoever is in charge.
So, Anthony, there's a question that says, "What keeps you from giving up?"
So I, if I before this talk, I had a lot of student developer. Like I went around and asked them, and most of them were very unserious. It was almost like Sapa, right? If I give you like what else am I going to do? Sapa will just keep me business. Everything is like expensive. So Sapa, secondly, I love what I do. Like I really love what I do. So even if I'm tired, and I get tired, I get burnt out. After like 2 or 3 days, I would want to code again because I love to create. So I would always write code. Um, Sakba and the fact that I know what I do, those have been the things keeping me going, especially in tech. How do I handle school and work clashes? That's like a very, very interesting question. I was asked about this in an interview not too long ago. And basically, handling school and work clashes have these pros and cons. And do incoming. Sorry, my ears to drink water. So I have these pros and cons that I do. So I check how important is this class? How important is this test? Can I retake this test? Can I retake this class? Um, would I be able to get notes from my friends and would the note be comprehensive? Can I watch this class? Can I get like a YouTube videos and still understand this class? Then I go in the tech event. I just ask them that question. How important is this event? Will this event be recorded? Do I really have to be there? Can I skip this event? Stuff like that. That's how we the pros and cons. I get the one that is higher and it, the one that has more pros, I go with it. So my attending the class probably yes because this event is being recorded. Am I skipping this class? And yes, because I can watch this class later on. I can watch what they taught in class on YouTube and still understand. So that's how we can balance.
All right, that's great. So I'll just okay, that's great. So for the yeah, and the slides is on the chat now in case you're interested in it. So for the next session, which is a panel session, we have four um, four speakers from the community, both present students and past students who has actually had that experience of being developers while being students, and they'll be able to answer your questions. So like once the panel session started, you just keep dropping your questions in the chat, I'll go ahead and introduce all our panelists for today. So I'll start with Alpha Ogunfemi. Yeah, Alpha, are you on call? Yeah, please.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, good. So Alpha is a front-end engineer and she's a very avid problem solver. She's based in Lagos. She has 3 years of professional experience building and creating um, amazing like web experiences with teams, startup, and different companies. Well, welcome, Arafat. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good. Next, we have for the next speaker, we have Roy. Roy is a software developer at Cassava Microfinance, and he's also a freelancer, also known as Cool Dev. I don't know what that means. And he has done a lot of gigs for companies, both locally and internationally, including Nigeria, US, Dubai, and India. Roy, it's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. My name is Roy.
Okay, good. So for the next, we have Emmanuel Chukura. Emmanuel, are you on the call? Okay. Probably not. And for next person, we have Adibayo Oluwafemi Daminola. He's a front-end developer and
I just Emmanuel Ike. I
he's
just
the
heard Emmanuel.
CTO.
Are you there? Oh, sorry, I'm not Emmanuel.
Can you mute yourself? And he's the CTO of Aristagnet NG and is passionate about providing technological solutions for a vibrant human economy experience. Yeah, it's Femi on the call. Okay, good. So I'll drop a message and those who haven't to join, if there's nothing holding them back from joining. Okay, so I'll begin straight away, and if you have any questions, you can just drop them into group. So Roy and um, Arafa, I have this question, and I'd like you guys to like take turns in like answer them. So it's not necessarily a question, but just for a start, I'd just like you to like share your experience, your developer journey, like from start, trying to like figure out your way and finding out what you really love, and then moving forward to having like a like standard professional career. So I'll start with
Okay, hi guys. Good morning. So my developer journey started sometime in 2016, I think, or 2015. I went for a camp and like I got to like be exposed to like all these things. I didn't know anything about tech. Shana, I was going to school, I was going to graduate, I'll go to university, but I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I started up with that. Then I'm sorry. Then after that, I just stopped. I finished secondary school. I started attending Code Lagos camps. I was attending trainings. I was going for seminars. I was registering for boot camps. I was just very, very interested in what I could do and find out, right? So I interned at the point. I almost interned at the point. I did Python. I did Java. 2018 was just a really wild year for me. I kept on learning. 2019, I was also registering like a fool, going for classes. Trying to. I didn't get into school in 2018, so like I was trying again in 2019. I was going for jam classes. In the night I'll be on my laptop trying to learn something. I did DevC. I did this Andela learning community, and I got into Dev Career in 2018, and then it was like a 3 month training program. We got laptops, we got hubs. It was like this complete package, right? So that was like when I decided that when I got in for front end, I was like, okay, it's like this front end that I'll stick with, right? So I did that 2020 January. I got into lag. I resumed officially. I met a couple of people who dragged me into like the tech community. I had still not gotten like an actual job, right? I'd done something that gave me 10K, but like it was just nothing yet. So I think July or March, that during that COVID strike time, COVID I got a gig, my first official gig. They paid me in dollars. It was not plenty money. It's just that it's in dollars. That's the only thing that is good about it. But yeah, that was like my first official gig. Which is very important. This part is very important. I was referred by someone I worked with, right? Which is why what Kumit was saying earlier was very important. You have to network and know people, sure. So I was referred. I did that one. Then that was the beginning of my gig journey. I did a gig. I did 2 gigs. After that, I did another one. I did like 3 gigs in that 2020. Then I finished 2020 with I enrolled for an internship because I was broke. That's the truth. But I still went for one internship, and I finished that one. 2021 came. I did a couple of gigs. I got at the end of one gig that I did in 2021, I think around March. I got we had this contract, this retainer, so I was to work with them for 3 more months. So I did that one, and I got my official first full-time job in July. For a company called Bold. So it's a Nigerian company, but I work remotely for them. And yeah, so far so good. It's been awesome. The community was there to help me. I was able to learn and network, and like my network really helped me. But yeah, that's like the story. It's not sweet, Abby.
That's a dream story. Thank you, Rafa. Roy, can go next. Just share with us your like experience.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, good morning. Nah, now Bami's story I define like this, but my story is not as interesting as Bami's story. Maybe we should not go. But um, basically, when I started, let me put it that way. When I started, I think let me first start with the fact that um, you guys being here, you don't know how much you have. Like you guys having the opportunity to be here, you guys knowing about tech early, why still in school? Because I just want to put it out there that the street is really, really hard. I'm not even lying here. The street is extremely hard. Like, I mean, I've graduated now. I graduated like this year from chemical engineering, and I've seen what is out there, and the fact that I picked up tech early, I'm just grateful to God. Like I'm not even going to like I'm grateful to God. That's the only word I can use. And then the fact that you are here, I mean the fact that you have the opportunity to be here, I mean it's just awesome. You don't I don't want to say you don't know what you have, but then some of you are probably earning in dollars, so you know what you have. But so um yeah, so that's by the way. So how my journey started, well, I graduated this year now, no vex. I said come. No vex. I graduated this year. It was this year. I was supposed to graduate last year. That's why I said like this year. So to continue, how my journey started. I think my journey started because I just not because I was like I won't lie about being so passionate about tech or something. I was just looking for extra cash, you know. I'm a student, man. I had a babe, almost. I want to take the babe out to go and eat better food once in a while. Let the relationship be a bit sweet, that kind of thing. So I needed extra cash, even if it's 20K, if it's 30K. because my no be now they talk leave this girl alone. So I was saying then, I said I had, you don't know me of had, I had a babe. So to continue, I just needed extra cash and I texted this guy. I think it's Olumide. Yeah, I texted Olumide because Olumide was in software engineering that time. I'm like, yo, Alpha, is it possible for me to learn tech in like 2 months and start making money? Because or just 1 month or 2 months, let me just learn web development and be building one or two for people. I can build one or two for somebody. Very soon, even if it's small website, you should pay me 20K at least. I have extra cash because I wasn't exactly doing bad in school. Not like I was a scholar, but I wasn't doing bad in school. So it's not like I've reached the I don't fuck up. Oh, shit, I no go find alternative like this. I wasn't at that point yet. At least at the time of the story, I wasn't at that point yet. But I mean, I just needed extra cash. So Abio, see the comments. So to continue the story, I just needed extra cash. So Olumide, I think what Olumide said was, I think Olumide was laughing at the idea that what I just wanted to do was just get quick cash and just run away. But he told me I can learn that 3 months, 4 months, it did all right. See, let me just be learning. So I think I used what's the name of this application that I used to use that time to learn self. This popular one that starts with S. Who remembers the name?
Solule.
Solo
No, no,
learn,
no.
exactly. I used Solo learn. I picked up Python. Yeah, I picked up Python first. And Python was semi useless because I was like, what can I use Python for? I did not know. Picked up Python, then I pushed to web development. I did a bit of machine learning. Out of I just wanted to do 2 months. So I was just getting attracted and interested and I started doing like various things and all that. So last the first job I actually did was from a friend. He did not have money. He had like little money. I did not really have plenty money. So me, I just collected the money and then we built what we built. The thing is scattered last, but at least I collected money. I used to flex more. Then I think I also worked for a startup afterwards. I worked for a startup. I worked for another one that was paying me like extremely little money that I was taking. Then no vex, so we shall build something with scatter. We shall build something that's scattered. I think it was something like, when he was dropping the idea, it was like, you want something that is, I think it was something in the music part, yeah. Can't remember, something like that, yeah. But, or movies part, yeah, movies part. It shall scatter. Was he movie critic? I forgot what it was. It shall scatter. Then, not six, no, not six. Then, afterwards. Now the same thing scatter now. Afterwards, I figured out that you actually really need to do something to put yourself out there. Because I think that's like an important fact. You need to put yourself out there. People have to know that you are good, even if you are good. People like calm down now. Waiting they do you. But okay, people need to know you are good at what you do. So what I did then was, I think afterwards I built this. I don't know if anybody will remember. I built this dating app that time. Once mingle like that. I don't know if anybody here remembers. I think it was on this thing. I was on DSC that time. Now people from DSC joined. My classmates joined. You see, she remembers. I remember exactly. So I built that stuff, and it was just, to be honest, that thing, as not so great as it was, it actually got me a paid gig that was actually quite good, right? Oh, now, wow, everybody just fire me left and right. So to continue, as not so great as it was something. I mean, I spent morning, I spent nights, I spent just working on this stuff, right? Because I felt like I wanted it to be good. Not because I was passionate about people dating. Exactly. I don't care about your relationship life. But the point was, I wanted something to be out there, something that I could show. And then, from building, you just got interesting. There's this feeling you get when you're actually building something yourself. I don't know if anybody knows that, but if you're building something for yourself, that this thing is for me, and you want people to see this thing, and you want people to be impressed, there's this feeling you get. So that level of excitement, let me just put it there. So that level of excitement, I think I'm already talking to. So I shall build that one, put it out there. I think I closed it down after a while. Yeah, it's scatter again. That's another thing, that's scatter. But the point was, the interesting thing about it was, it was able to get me a job. That was the interesting thing about it. It was a product that I had. It was able to get me a gig. It was a product that I had, and then I got on this gig. So the point I'm trying to bring out here is, keep pushing. Opportunity will present itself, but when the opportunity presents itself, are you ready for it? That's just something I think you need to take note of at that point. Are you ready for it? Have you done something to be prepared when the opportunity presents itself? So I will give this person uppercut to this Okiki. Okay, so to continue, are you ready when that opportunity presents itself? And at this point, the opportunity it did present itself after, like, I mean, I've been me that wanted to get money 2 months or 3 months after that time, but yeah, it's only like 15K or 20K I've got the last time. But at this point, the first paid gig came. And there's something about a paid gig. If the paid gig is actually quite good, it opens the door for plenty of other opportunities. That's one thing really interesting. If you get that first job, I'm going to transition into how being a student. But then if you get that first job, it's really, really, if you get that first like gig or something, it opens the door for plenty of other gigs. That's, I don't know how, but that's the way it works. Or maybe your network has increased because of that. But then from there, from the gig, got another gig, got a full-time job, and I got referrals, because I'm going to put it again, because I put myself out there. I got referrals. When I built this that dating app, yeah, when I built that dating app, I actually told one of my neighbors about it, right? And then that neighbor told he told someone that he knows, and then not immediately. This was like probably a year and a half later. The person he told called me, and he said the person lives in the US, and he said, there's this hospital startup, something that I've been trying to work on, and blah blah blah. Are you game? I called all my friends. He said six. I got all my friends six and everything. And then, oh yeah, guy, Alpha, are you ready to do this? Now we made money, made you money, and that flex money we are looking for is already coming in. To get it after it didn't come 2 months later, right? It didn't come 2 months as I envisioned, but it came later. Did you get? So that's the point here is I think the point here is keep pushing and then put yourself out there. So I think that's what I did. I didn't realize that was what I was doing. I was just doing my own because they said drop product or something. So I just a side note, doing something attached to your name or doing something that people can use to recognize you is really big. It could be a game changer. That's just one thing. It could be a game changer. The other thing that could be a really big game changer is your network. If your network is mad, it doesn't. You, you don't even have to be as good as some people. If your network is just mad, you don't dare right to. That's just it. So, well, for my story, like that. So right now, I currently work at Cassava Microfinance with this this man, Teddy Prego. He's the son of Femi Prego, one deputy governor one time. So, and yeah, we are trying to do something in microfinance aspect. And then also now my gig, and then also my gig. Yeah, exactly. I forgot to say something. That first gig, that I got from the person that called me in the hospital, it was actually really good. He referred me for a different one, right? And from there, don't just look at the story as I suffered in between. I'm not even going to lie. There were times that I felt like, oh, more is something doing me. Like, let me give an example of one time. I think there was a time I was on freelancer. Yeah, I used freelancer. I will give you a backup. I used freelancer. So on freelancer, I used to do these gigs. Freelancer is actually the ghetto. Freelancer is ghetto because people can build Facebook for you for $10. All those Indians, they are mad people. They will just put it there, $10. They will build this thing for you. So point is, I think I did a very low pay. I wrote exams for some people, like Python exams and this thing exam. Yeah, C++. I can't write the exam, made like some extra cash. On freelancer, let me give this story. There was a time that I almost got scammed. It was crazy. Almost like $5K. I think I don't make $5K that time. but he was probably a Yahoo boy. I sent a fake receipt. I have a brother in the US. He sent a fake receipt to my brother. But the point is this. At that point, I was like, hope share this software development thing is for me like this. I finally got job. I was happy. You can't be saying as scam. Is this for me? But the point is, everything turned out well. So I mean, that's just you don't reach. They won't actually scam me. They won't scam me. But the point is, it was good, but we thank God we are here. keeping the story short. Yeah. Thank you very much. If
Hello,
that
hello, hello.
yeah.
I said, what happened to you? I was scammed too like that. I thought I
Hmm?
was got a web design because I do web design. So
Okay,
I
okay.
thought I've got my first gig, and actually it turned out to be a scam because all these Yahoo guys. I can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that. That's why I didn't even venture into all this Facebook group or anything. They'll
yeah.
be
This
saying they
I was,
need a
this one
freelance.
is even from freelancer. So I'm like, if it's freelancer, it's
And
fake
that's why I
related.
just like
That that's what
they
I'm
ask
trying to
for
get
your UK credentials. You shall contact your UK people if they
exactly.
can
He said
send you
he has to
anything.
send an actual receipt to my brother, right? My brother took the receipt in, and the problem, I think, the way this scam worked was there in the US, you can cash a receipt. Do you get? This story was so funny because my brother got the receipt. There was a money that I got. I think I had like 100K. I wasted 100K because I felt $5,000 is coming. What's 100K? Money that I would have saved. I used for better things. Do it. Use escrow. That was that year. Now I had 100K. 100K naira. I know you talk in dollars, but me, it's fine. But that was the point. At that point, I was wondering, is something doing me? I finally got a gig and or more. It turned out to be a scam. There was an application I submitted something for, right? I put in the wrong number. I think I missed a number, and then the person called me back. He sent an email back, and I was like, you put in the wrong number. Oh. Then he said, you put in the wrong number. I'm like, thank God, oh, sorry. And then I sent the application back with the correct number, and he mailed me and he told me that they can't deal with that level of unseriousness, right? I was like, one to me, I'm going to be honest. To me, I was like, it's like something is doing. This tech is not my way. Let me continue my chemical engineering. It's like because gbogbo eléyìí, kò necessary, but
No, it's because they fall into the wrong what's it called, wrong environment now.
well, anyhow,
That's it.
but the point is, it turned out well, right? It turned
Yeah,
out well.
yeah, yeah. It's always good.
Those
So
are
okay, thank you very much, thank you very much. I really love your story, very.
All right. Thank you very much, Roy. Yeah, so for my next question, which anyone of you can answer, is more of like, how do you know that you're ready to get a job? So there's always this learning curve. You're learning and learning and learning. So what was the tick for you? How did you know that you were ready to start applying and getting jobs? I think for me, I just kept on learning, and I was learning, and then I saw an application, and then I jokingly just applied just to see what it was like. And I already settled in my mind that I wasn't going to take this job, and coronavirus happened, and there was no school anymore, and I just decided to go. I knew I wasn't going to take the job because I felt like I hadn't learned enough to handle the job. But then when the school break came, I decided to take the job, and it just so happened that I actually did know well enough to handle that job and handle it effectively. So what was it like for you? How were you able to like identify like the turning points where you have learnt well enough to pick up a job?
Hello.
Okay, should I go first? So the thing is that me, I was always sure that it wasn't time for me to start applying yet, right? But then when I finished dev career, it was like a pipeline, right? So the first month, second month, third month, and we find our LinkedIn, we start getting our CV straight, and then we have that, and it's like expected that you get a job immediately after. So I applied though, even though nobody, like a lot of people didn't get back to me, and people that got back to me like didn't go anywhere. But like I was just applying. Like for at a point, I feel like I just lost all shame. I was just something to apply. I know I'm not getting. I just like, maybe I should have applied. So I feel it depends on you. It's very hard to know when you are ready. But like you won't know if you're ready if you don't go for it or you don't try. So last, do your interview and tell you no. Try. Somebody will tell you yes, or at least maybe I don't know. Somebody might tell you yes, but what you wouldn't know if you don't try. Sure, so it's that.
All right, thank you, Bami. Roy, do you have something to say?
Yes, I think she has said it already. You won't know till you try. And
Yeah,
what you have to do. And but I think your level of confidence is actually really important when you know you should go for it. Because if you work on things yourself, if you build, let's say, to do list today, something that little, and then you're able to show it to people, people like appreciate this thing, like, oh, nice, 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 and then you pay it, and they're like, oh, but this small thing, not just this small thing, you build your portfolio, that kind of thing, like, oh, nice, 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 I love this thing, that kind of thing, it builds your confidence that it be like say I actually good small. So that way, when you now see something to apply for it, this is something you can jump for. But again, you won't build that level of confidence if you are just sitting there. Yeah, I think that's it.
okay, thank you very much. Just to add to that, I think there's this saying that says that nobody in Lagos actually knows what they're actually doing. So I'm just trying to say that you should impersonate the experienced professional dev or something while trying to apply for a job. But at the same time, one of the mentalities that like made me not feel ready was the fact that I thought that everybody who already has a job and was working as a software dev knew exactly how to do everything that they were supposed to do. But in like real life, you actually need to like learn a lot on the job. So once you have like these very, very grounded fundamentals in whatever framework, language that you are learning, and you have like grounded fundamentals, intermediate kind of knowledge, you can go ahead and apply for jobs and give it a shot.
Yeah, sorry. I think another thing is that people forget that when you go to work somewhere, you also go to learn there. So it's very possible that you apply with two skills and they need to tell you, okay, come and learn on the team. You're also going there to learn. So you don't have to know everything, right? When you start feeling too comfortable in a company, it's probably time for you to leave. Like you're also going to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Banu. So before I go ahead and ask the next and the most popular question that I do receive a lot, I would just like to introduce one of our speakers that just joined, that goes by the name Emmanuel Chukura. Young call. Emmanuel, are you on the call? Okay, you probably haven't joined yet, so I'll just go ahead. So, as I was saying, the most popular question I do get here is how do you manage school work life like balance? Like how do you manage things being a student and being and working professionally at the same time? I know Anthony has answered this question in his chat, but it's nice to learn from everyone's experiences. I'm sure everyone can do things like differently. So, Roy, we like to go first on this one. Hello, Roy, did you hear me?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, can you come again? No, no, no. Can you come again?
Okay, so I say that most popular question we get here is how do you like manage that school work life balance? Like how are you able to manage working, taking the exam, being a student at the same time?
Yeah, okay.
So like just tell us your own experience.
Yeah. Okay. First, I don't want to say that I'm not. I'm probably not in a very good position to answer it because if you remember from my speech, I said I wasn't doing bad in school. Come on. Afterwards, I'm not going to lie that my school life didn't suffer. It did suffer, right? It did suffer a bit, but the honest truth is how you manage it. Let's talk about how you manage it. Is it possible to let's first start with getting a job as a student, right? Let's say you actually do get a job and then you told them that, oh, you are not a student. Because sometimes if you go into an interview and you're like, oh, I'm a student, they might just rule you out immediately. So mostly we go into interviews without not stating specifically that we are students, right? And then when we now get the job, we now find a way to balance it by ourselves. But there's a formula I use, right? What I try to do is I try to impress as quick as possible. I try to make a statement as quick as possible. Immediately I'm in the company or immediately I'm somewhere as a student, I try to make a statement. They know that, oh, this guy is good, right? They have that mindset already built in that, oh, this person is good. So once that mindset is built in that this person is good, there's room for mess ups. There's room for I just really had to do something, and then you go and do your school stuff, or you sharply go and read for 2 3 hours. And like, oh, I just went to do something. There's room for excuses at that point when they know that you're good. When you made a statement, you get it's just a formula, and it works, right? Because I think even during my last exam, right? During my last exam, this previous exam, where I was working, they had no idea that I was a student up until that exam point. When I told the CTO that I'm a student though, and he's like, wait, did you tell me at the beginning? I said I didn't mention. But then at that point, he knows that, oh, this guy is good. There's no reason to complain. For him to not have noticed that I'm a student, there is no reason for him to complain. What I did was I just made a statement. That's what I did. And then when he now got to discover that, oh, I'm a student, he didn't mind. Do you get the concept? So that is always what I try to do. So I try to make a statement anywhere that I am or anywhere I'm working. Like I try to make a statement quick. And then when there's room for excuses, that means you can take time to your 9 to 10 or your 9 to 11. You can take that 2 hours excuse that, oh, you have to be in class, and then you go to class and do what you need to do, and then you come back and come and do whatever necessary. But that making a statement, I think, is really, really important, because that way there's room for excuses, and that way you can tend to like put in time for school. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much, Roy. Bami, would you like to add up something in that?
I'm not a model student. I, to be honest, I was doing this tech thing before school. So I was serious until that, like after that COVID time. Then I was like, okay, let's see how we're doing. So first things first is I know I don't want to carry Fs. I know I don't want to have a carryover. I know I don't want to spend an extra year, right? But I'm not as ambitious as a lot of people, right? Definitely there are people that are still like combining tech and school and like getting first classes and everything, but I know I'm not in that group of people. So the way I've done it is I was able to find what works for me. I don't know if I found it yet, Sha, because how many exams have I written in the lab? And everything has been different, but I've been able to find like a pace that works for me. I've been able to um find out how not to carry over. I know this is sounding very discouraging, but like you can actually do it if you're serious. I work in a very flexible company. We have meetings like less than 5 times a week. So it's very easy for me to go for classes and have my work done and say, oh, okay, I can't do this because of this. And everybody be like, okay, that's fine, that's normal. So I feel like you have to like have that discussion with your employer. You have to like, okay, I have time from here now to now, but like my calendar is like this other days. It's very important you find somewhere flexible to work. It's very important you decide that you want to drop out or not. Because you'll be tempted like so many times, right? You'll be very, very, very tempted. So like just know if you're dropping out, just drop out now. If you're not going to drop out and you're just like come see to the end, like you've already started now. What the hell? So you need to like put in like
Crewmate say
some
don't drop out.
effort to not banging. What do you say?
The crewmate said don't drop out though. Check the chat.
Okay. Hey, don't drop. Do you get what I'm saying? Is that if you have not dropped out now, that means you are still interested. So you have to like make sure that you don't just allow school pass through you. Now the day, if you have sense now, show it. Don't bang like that too much.
Yeah, something else to really mention is I don't know if it's something that I'm extremely good at, but I think the most important factor here,
Yeah, I'm not on any first class, so don't let them like you.
that's the most important factor here, is actually discipline. I don't know if it's something that we have or something everybody has, or I don't really know, but that discipline, discipline will take you far. That's even that discipline can actually, even if you do get that flexibility at work, if I'm in our first class, just put it out there. But even if you do get that flexibility at work, it is discipline that would be able to allow you say, oh, I need to read by 7 to 8, and you're actually going to read by 7 to 8. So I need to read by 7 to 8, then I'll get my work done from 8:30 to 9. Then I'll probably go to New Hall and go and flex from 9:30. But it's that discipline that will make you do that kind of timing and actually stick to it. Because I think that's like the most important factor.
Yep.
That's
Very-
nice. Yeah, thank you very much, Bami and Ron. So, from what has been gathered, find out what works for you, discipline yourself. Taking a job as a student just means like adding a lot more workload to your daily life. So, you need to actually uh, decide to like put in the efforts, like extra efforts to handle everything. If you don't put in the extra effort to handle anything, one thing will suffer for the other, depending on which one you prioritize. But not standing, we've had like a DSC member who actually was working as a student and graduated as BGS in his department. So everything is possible. It depends on how you discipline yourself and how much you can um, accommodate. It's let me put this important question out there. So it said that while you're learning, while you're trying to get your first job, while you're trying to make it in the tech industry, you can take in like low paying jobs just to like have that work experience. So what is the limit? So like when you decide to take those like low paying jobs, like what should be the limit? What do you think should be the limit in terms of like taking low paying jobs to build up yourself or something like that?
the limit is free. It actually depends on what level you're starting from. At the beginning, you do a lot of free jobs. In fact, you'll be thanking them for giving you free job to do. But as you go, I feel like the more people pay you, the more you know what is lowballing. The more you know that if you give me 100K, it's too small for me. So if you've done a job of 50K and you've done one of 30K, and then somebody's paying you 200K and it's not stressing you, and like, who is this client? I would not take the job, because at the end of the day, let's say you are buying fuel, you there like you have to buy data. You have to reach a point where you say, oh, it's just not worth it. But like when you're starting out, go all out, enjoy yourself, just have something to show. When you have enough to show, now set your limits. Like me now, I'm actually very proud. So I would not do anything. Like I basically have like receipts for freelancing job. You generate receipts. I have my base amount there. So that base amount is that no matter what I'm doing for you, like this is like what we're starting from. So we're adding all the money to. So for me, because I'm just a small guy, I don't know anything. My own base amount is 100K. Then when I start adding, okay, you want to add API integrations, you want to like have this amount of pages done, then you add it to it. But it took me a while to get there. Maybe I was doing work, I was doing free work a fool. In fact, I'll be thanking you. Thank you very much for this free work. God will bless you. So it's actually a process. You can't just, but don't let anybody to use you. Don't let them use you. It has to be something you can show. I feel like it's a very, very weird thing to say. It has to be something that you're proud of, right? Something you can show people that you feel like you can add to your portfolio. It's not adding to your portfolio, if they're overworking you, if you're not being disrespected, I beg, no amount of money is enough. Just leave. That's my own kidney. That's my two kobo.
Thank you very much, Bami. Okay, Roy, I think we have a question for you in the chat. And why can't I? Okay, good. So it goes like, how do you make a statement in a company or startup where the developers are better and more experienced than you are? With regards to making a statement, like you said.
Okay, so at that, making a statement is not about being the best developer, or being the best developer. It's just about them knowing that you are reliable. I think that's the important thing. It's them knowing that you are reliable and you can be counted on. So once they have that mindset that you can be counted on, you are reliable. Once that mindset is already put in, if you do um if you do mess up, or if probably you're supposed to do something, but you now have to be in school, or a lecturer just called up a test, and then you now mess up at that point in time, it will be understandable. It's just a normal mindset. I don't know. And it will be understandable when you do give that excuse, or when you do give those excuses. Once they have that mindset that you are reliable, it's not about you writing the best code. It's just them knowing that you are willing, you are ready to put in that effort, and them like them recognizing that effort, that oh, this guy is this type of person. Even if you are not that type of person, oh, even though you are useless, you just want to chop their money. But you need to keep that mindset. Like you need to let them have that mindset, at least at the base or at the beginning. Yeah. Do you get? Yeah, I think, does that answer the question? I don't know.
Yeah,
Hello,
I think that does. Thank you very
noisy
much, Roy.
George. Does that answer the question? I don't know.
Okay, okay, I think that does. Thank you very much, Roy. So another question I'd just like to put out there is, both of you were talking about your experience made very like um, important notation as to how leveraging your network is, and how it actually did like impact your career. So how would you like to tell us like what is like the best way? How do you leverage and build your network to actually like help you in growing up your career?
Okay, so me, every single gig I've gotten, or even my full time job, it was like a referral sort of, right? So the first thing I did was I was actually a very bubbly person. The kind of person that would go for meetup. In fact, me and my friends were doing competition. We had to meet at least people, collect their, I just wanted to know everyone. I wanted to like have my name in your head. So if you meet Awal today, or you meet this guy, and then and I'm with you, you'll be like, "Wait, your name. Wait, don't ask me. Your name is Bami." I tried to put my name in the forefront of their mind. So the first thing was putting my name there, then showing my skills in their face. So I was able to like um I was able to go for meetups. I'll wait. I'm like, oh, I'm a front end developer. What do you do? Okay, I will put that front end developer. I'll put that Bami. So if for chance you see a gig and they are looking for a front end developer, or they are looking for anything, you just refer me, right? At least I have one referral. Now think of what 3, 4 referrals you could do for your career, or to push in front of like other candidates that are interviewing or going in. I was so social. If you hide in one corner, if you go for an event and you trust me, nobody will come and because nobody, unless you're like a very, very, very nice girl, you just come and toast it. Like you need to put yourself. You have to talk to people. You have to collect numbers. Go out of your way. See, I think that like shamelessness is like a very big out for your emotion. Because shame will not help you in any way. It will not help you. Like you have to go there, meet people, put your. So when I was at Deaf Careers, I would always go to the boss's table. I'll go to Sultan's table. I'll go to Chidi's table. I'll be like, "How far, you guys? What's up?" I would just to them. I'm like, "You know, I'm your favorite now." So like subconsciously, I became their favorite. So any small thing, they'll just call me. "How far? Are you busy? What's up? Come and do this." If you know the amount of jobs that Chidi referred me to, if you know the what being friends with people I met here like Jola, if you know the jobs that they referred me for, things that they could not do because they thought it was too small for them, but they knew that me, I'm like I was upcoming, so like I was down for it, and then it actually worked out fine for me. So you have to stop being shy. Shyness will not get you anything in this life. You have to stand up, go and meet the person next to you. Hey, what's up? My name is. Oh, you do this? Oh my god, that's collect yourself. You might go from viewing status to seeing something very important. Shame will not help you in this life. So that's mostly that. Oh yeah, community. Sorry, community is very important. Community was like a great part of my growth. I was volunteering, I was meeting people, I was doing cutting member, I was able to meet so many people. You know, when you teach like 5 people, and if 2 of them see job, they will send it to you because they feel like you're very good. For you to teach them, somebody else would you would definitely be good at what you do. So communities helped me like a lot. The people I met in the communities, they were like catalysts to my growth. See Aki, I don't know if you know Aki, but like Aki is like I met Aki from a community, and anytime I need help and I go and meet Aki, he will answer. I I know how many jobs Aki I said, okay, will you do this one? Or how is your life going? So it's basically being in the room with like the right people, but like you don't know they're the right people yet because you've not started talking to them. So like one by one is basically it.
So,
Okay.
so I guess she has actually said it all. Just put yourself out there, like you said, a community. I mean, you're in the right place. Exactly, you're in the right place. Once you are able to, like now, this Chidi, if you can show Chidi what you can do, you know, wetin Chidi go do. That's Chidi Ebere. In case you're wondering, Chidi Ebere Nwachukwu. You can show him what he can do. Hmm. The places that Chidi has network. The point is that's why it's a network. You don't necessarily have to be the direct link. You get you don't necessarily, okay, let's say you want to get to Chidi, for example, and you're like, oh, Chidi is there. You can't get to Chidi. If you get to someone that know, if you get to me now, I know Chidi. This is Chidi. Chidebere Nwachukwu. That's him there. If you get to me now and I know Chidi, because it's easy to get to me. If you get to me and I know Chidi and I know that you're good, and Chidi asks me that, oh, do I know someone that is good? And I know you're good, I will refer you. That's the way the network works. Oh, I know somebody. You get it doesn't have to be a direct link. It's just so the more people you are able to, and I mean it's not it's yeah, exactly. I mean it's not about it's not about like you being an introvert an extrovert or something like that. It's just and it's not about you being an introvert or extrovert, because you might say, oh, I'm an introvert and I don't talk to people or that kind of thing. But then I think I'm not really sure. Is it this Sebastian that went out? I don't know if he's the one, but I think there are people that once they do things, they'll just post it on that GDSA group chat and you see it there. That's part of networking. You know, that's part of like putting yourself out there. It's part of letting people know. It's part of letting people know that everybody in an introvert is sapacos. Exactly. It's part of letting people know he has money, oh, and you see me like that. He's a ritualist. So it's part of letting people know he's doing tech plus. Let me put it there. He's doing tech plus. It's part of letting people know that okay, you are there. So increasing your network is like probably one of the most important thing in this whole. It's I feel like yeah, you should be good. You should be able to get the job done. Tech plus now. You should be good. You should be able to get the job done. But I feel like if your network is actually greater than how good you are, that's just the truth. If you have better network, if your network is like so good, you don't even necessarily need to be as good as B. I mean, you need to be good, obviously, because they will sack you. But no go use glue. You don't necessarily need to be as good as um somebody else, but then your network will get you there. That's the truth. So I'm gonna try to increase your network. And the fact that you're here on this community, I mean, you're in the right place, you're in the right way. Yeah. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Roy. Bami. It was very, very nice to have you here. And if there are any questions from the chat and from the audience, you can please just drop them now. Any more questions? I mean,
Hey, they say, are you single? Chibi, they ask me.
I'm singing.
Actually, I've been single since. They
Exactly, we're
find
all
people they
single.
get time
Depends on who
money.
is asking.
He's looking for a babe that has the type of money he has. That's one thing about these rich tech bros. When they make money like this, when they make like plenty money like this, they'll be proud. That's it. Can I shut up, Bami?
Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you guys did very well. Okay, so how can I get mentorship? One-to-one mentorship.
I know that GDSC has some programs where you get to like have mentors, and I think it's I don't remember the name, Sha, but then you get to go through. They have like a curriculum that you go through, and then you have mentors that coach you with you. But I feel like that mentor mentee thing is actually very the importance is overplayed in people's lives. No, it's very important to have a mentor, but like you can
No,
do
no, no.
just
You're
fine
actually right. You overplay.
without.
Yeah, you're right.
You can do just fine without a mentor. A lot of people, yeah, mentors are awesome, they're great, but like you are the one that needs to drive yourself. Nobody needs to drive you to do anything. You can get advice from people, but like your life is in your hand. So there's that.
Okay, yeah. So with regards to mentors, it depends on what you have in your mind about mentors. But then, if you're looking for someone who is better than you, a professional that is already working, and then you want that person to mentor you so that you can get to learn better, the truth is that those people that you're looking up to are also very busy because once you get good to you start getting jobs and then you become very busy and you might not really have time to actually like start grooming somebody from scratch and always watching the person and things like that. So at the end of the day, when you see someone like a mentor, it's someone like you can just ask for directions, maybe talk to the person for some time, let me say like a 30-minute session, like a week, 2 weeks, and things like that. But then you can do just fine without one. And if you manage to mess up with one, you do fine also. Good. So same time tomorrow we'll be having a session on resumes and cover letters that you can use for um, job applications and things like that. And that will be like the second event in the career series. I would love to see every one of you there, and this will be the end of today's session. Thank you very much for attending, everyone. See you again tomorrow.